I turned 32 last month, and it was probably the worst birthday I've had in my adult life. And I've had some time to think about it, and I'm not really liking some of the realizations I've made. But you know what? That's what this channel is about. It's about getting uncomfortable and growing and facing some truths about myself. So let's talk about it. First of all, let me back the fuck up because I don't know why I'm all up on the camera. I feel weird making this video because I don't want it to come off as if I'm like, oh my God, woe is me. No one celebrated me. My birthday was awful. Because I have like a really weird, I don't know if relationship is the right word, but I have a weird relationship with birthdays. My birthday is in December. So growing up, my birthday was always during the time frame of exams, final exams, projects. It's like the end of the semester. So everyone was always busy. So I never really felt like I got to enjoy my birthday with my friends and stuff the way like I would go to other people's birthday parties, and it's like throughout the year during the summer, whatever time frame it was, where it's just kind of like, there's nothing major going on in life, aka school. So it's like we can just enjoy this party for what it is. It's not like impeding on my time or someone else's time for like studying for an exam or something like that. So I've always felt like kind of unimportant in a sense because logically I know our grades, projects, exams, whatever is more important than just a birthday. You know what I'm saying? Like I was still able to think logically in that sense, but emotionally I felt very cast aside. And I know this all sounds so dramatic, but remember, I was like grade school, like kindergarten through high school. So it's like my birthday was always during exams, and like nobody else really in my friend group had a December birthday. So it's not even like, you understand how I feel. So because I always felt like I was second to like life growing up because of my birthday and like when it was, I started probably consciously around like high school. It became really important for me to make sure that my friends felt special on their birthdays, that, hey, someone sees you on your birthday, someone remembered it was your birthday, getting them a card, making them a cupcake, whatever it was. It became very important to me that they were celebrated because I didn't want anyone in my friend group to feel how I did on my birthday. And I'm not saying my friends didn't like ever celebrate me or like they forgot. Like one year, the girl I considered my best friend at the time, she went all out and planned this elaborate like pizza party at school for my birthday because my birthday's in December. Like she went and coordinated like this person brings drinks, this person brings chips, ordering pizza and having it delivered to the school, and like having, I was in band, marching band. So like having all of our friends in band and using the band room as like basically a place to have a pizza party for me. Like that was the most effort someone has put in to do a surprise party for me. Like that meant so much to me at the time. Moving on into college, it was the same. I was very hardcore about people's birthday, like finding out, what do you want to do? Where do you want to go eat? Do you want something low key? Do you want to like have us throw a party for you and have a big get together with all of our friends? Like, what do you want to do? And then executing that. Because again, my birthday was the end of the semester. We got finals. We got huge tests and grades and all that stuff. And it's college, so it's a little bit more important. And so I just wanted everyone to feel remembered. And in my later years in college, my upperclassmen years, now I did 5 years, so I'm going to count my junior, senior, and extra senior year, the last 3 years of school. I started developing like my core group of friends. And these are the people that like, for the most part, like I still keep in touch with all of them. My best friend, obviously, she's one of them. And like whenever I go back to my home state, they're the ones that I hit up. They're the ones that I like stay in contact with and whatnot. They would try and do little surprise things for me as well. Like something quirky about me is I love pens. I love stationery pens, notebooks, office supplies. Okay, that's a little quirk about me. One of my close friends at the time, and she still is, she like bought me a set of pens that I had been eyeballing. Like I was literally on Amazon about to buy it for myself. And she was like hardcore set on telling me, no, I can't buy it. Like I need to save my money, whatever. And it was just so that she could, because she had already bought it for me and I didn't know. And so she didn't want me to buy like the same thing that she got for me. And that was something that was very memorable for my friendship with her. And my closest friends in college, they know I don't like surprises. So they wanted to like plan a surprise dinner for me one time, but then they were like, oh my God, she doesn't like surprises. She likes to choose where she's going to eat and know what she's going to order ahead of time. So like we can't really do a surprise, but we can make sure everyone is free to go to said dinner with her. And so it's like, they did that for me one year. And I was always so grateful for it, except because we were in college, your final exams, your big projects and presentations was all happening during that same week. I always carried this sense of guilt because I'm thinking like, oh my God, these people are taking time away from studying for their exams. They are taking time away from working on their projects, from doing whatever it is to eat dinner with me at a restaurant. Like I'm taking time away from something else that they could be doing. So even back then, I still carried this sense of guilt. Fast forward a few years. So I'm out of college. I'm in the military life. The friends I made while living on base, I'm still doing the same things. I'm trying to celebrate all my friends' birthdays. I'm trying to celebrate their kids' birthdays. Now, the problem that I was facing with my birthday was the fact that it's the holiday season, So people are traveling for Thanksgiving and Christmas, and, lots of money's already being spent because it's the holidays, whether it's traveling or gifts. So it's like now I'm facing less of the, my birthday is during exam time. And now I'm facing more of my birthday is during the holidays. And I feel like a lot of November, December people feel this, where it's like, it's just an awkward time for your birthday to be celebrated because it's the holiday season. It's supposed to be about family, being grateful, trying to be mindful of other people that they're having to spend buku bucks on all kinds of other stuff. So it's like, for me, I always felt like I just didn't want to ask for a lot. Like I didn't want to add to anyone's financial burden. And I'm not saying you have to spend money to have a good birthday or to give a good gift or anything like that. It's just that going out to eat is still money, going out to do an activity like going to an arcade or, I don't know, making clay pots or painting something or going to special exhibits, like it still costs money. So it's like, I did feel like a sense of guilt from a financial standpoint. Now, fast forward to the years post-military life. So now, the last few years prior to last year weren't terrible because I was basically content with me and Nico, my husband, just kind of going out to eat. And I would just hear happy birthday wishes from people. And the last few years, I really dreaded my birthday, but I realized it was because of my family situation, hearing from certain people and just dreading the contact, them contacting me. I was dreading the holiday season. I found out about the term holiday blues. I have a couple videos about that. I actually did make a video about my birthday. I think it was my 30th birthday. So it was like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I don't know what, 2 years ago. And how it was, I just dreaded it. The last few years, my birthday wasn't so terrible, but it's because I just was like on survival mode, trying to get through the month of December, trying to get through the holiday season where it's all happy, happy, joy, joy, family time, all that stuff. I was just trying to survive and get through basically November, December until and make it to the new year where it's like things kind of go back to normal. Now we are finally at last year, my birthday of 2025. Yeah, 2025. I wasn't necessarily looking forward to my birthday. Like, I wasn't like thinking it was going to be different or anything. I am still not a holiday person, and I still was kind of like, oh, I just need to get through November, December. But I felt less anxious. I thought I felt less anxious about it than the previous years. So I thought there was some improvement. I'm now in my current house that my husband and I bought, my little fixer upper, as I call it. Um, and things were kind of, I think I need to back up a little bit. So last year was a very stressful year, and things are still going on. Like in my last video, I said there's been no true resolution. So there is still drama and stress, and I'm mostly removed from it, but it's not resolved. So it's still like looming over me a little bit. And the day of my birthday, I felt so torn because it was like, oh my God, it's my birthday. But also, it's just another day. And as an adult, I've kind of accepted it more that like it's just another day. There's nothing really special about it. But I guess deep down inside, a part of me still wanted to feel special because I I just lost it. Okay. Like I got through the day and I was pretty sulky. I admit I was very sulky throughout the day. The typical, like, I'm dreading hearing from certain people was there, but it kind of like went away eventually midday. I did some yard work with my husband, and he was just trying to like keep me distracted because he knew I felt sad. He was trying to keep me distracted and occupied and whatnot. And then I go to take a shower and I'm thinking, like, it's whatever. I just start bawling. I just start losing it in the shower. I am just ugly crying and I can't stop. I can't control it. It just all comes out. And I'm thinking, well, at least I'm in the shower. Like the water's running. It's like it's noisy. My husband's not going to hear it. Next thing I know, my husband's showing up in the bathroom, like, what's going on? What's wrong? And I'm like, oh my God, no, look at me. I'm fine. I'm trying to like not cry anymore. And so we had a chat after I got out of the shower, and I like was trying to explain to him what was wrong. And I wasn't truly understanding what was wrong at the time myself. I feel like I'm just babbling right now, which I am, but I told him I didn't want to be one of those people where it's like, and I think we all know someone like this, or we have known someone like this, where when it comes to their birthday, it's like, oh my God, it's my birthday month. Oh my God, it's my birthday week. And it's just like constantly in your face. Like they require or they demand special attention, special treatment because it's their birthday. I think like I knew someone like that, and I did not want to be like that. But I guess in the past, I had enough people show up for me where I felt seen and special and cared for, where this feeling like didn't surface. And then last year, it was like I didn't hear from the people that I expected to hear from. I heard from my best friend. She was the first one to tell me happy birthday, aside from like my husband, because of course we live together. But I thought about it later, and it was just like the people that I expected to feel seen from, I didn't feel seen. Now, I don't blame all of them, because I have enough awareness and logical thinking to realize, well, like, person A and B and C, it's like you didn't tell them it was your birthday. You didn't remind them. You never told them to begin with. And we're all in the belief of like a birthday's just another day in a sense. So, it's like those people have excuses, okay? Now, the person that I was really shocked about is person, what letter am I on? D? Person D, okay? He is someone, I'm just going to say it, like he's the person that I have considered a very close friend for the past couple of years. Like he's the person where, I mean, he's got a December birthday as well. His birthday is like almost 2 weeks after mine. I would say we're kind of going through, there's a lot of stuff going on with that relationship now too. And that's like another video. But I think I was using my birthday as kind of like a test in a sense, like some sort of marker in our relationship where it was like, is he going to remember it's my birthday? Is he going to tell me happy birthday? Like, I wasn't expecting anything. I wasn't expecting a gift. I wasn't expecting like, to go anywhere, to go out to eat, or for like him to come over, or like I wasn't expecting anything except the minimum, which was a happy birthday text, an acknowledgement of my birthday, an acknowledgement of like feeling seen from him. And again, there's like stuff going on with our relationship right now, our friendship. But I was like, okay, I guess I was treating it as some sort of test where it's like, even despite what's going on right now, if he acknowledges my birthday, then it's like the one other person here, aside from my husband, like the one person outside of my like family, like that I consider important, still sees me and still sees our relationship as important and all of that. And he failed. I did not hear a peep from him. I'm not going to lie. 2 weeks later, when it was his birthday, I purposely kept my mouth shut too. Yes, I was petty. Okay. But again, there is a whole lot of stuff going on in that relationship. There are some things about it that I want to make future videos on. So we'll just talk about it then. But yeah. So the person outside of my best friend and my husband that I deemed important, who had told me I was one of the most important people in his life, like I basically am like an older sister to him. He forgot my birthday or just chose to not acknowledge it due to our current situation. I don't know. It's not just him. To be fair, it's not just him. Again, there were other people. Now, logically, I can say they didn't know. And then there's like all these other people who I kind of expected more from also because they are closer friends than he is with me. But him, it affected me because he is like my person here. A lot of my friendships are long distance because of having moved around with Nico when he was in the military and leaving my home state. But that's why I think that's why I placed such an emphasis on my relationship with him. And I didn't really realize it until like after I calmed down a few days later. But him failing the unspoken test that I have put on him kind of led to some other thoughts. So my best friend hit me up a few days after my birthday. We were talking about something else and she was like, "Oh, how was your birthday? Did you do anything fun?" Because she expected me and Nico to go out to eat because that's like our thing. Okay. Me and her go out to eat, me and him go out to eat. All three of us go out to eat when we're together. So that's like the thing. And she was like, "What did you guys do?" And I ended up telling her I cried. And I felt so silly telling her, but at the same time, it's like, if I can't tell my best friend, like, who else am I going to be able to tell? I guess the internet. Just kidding. I guess I'm telling the internet. So I told her I cried. She asked me what was wrong, and we talked about it. And then she told me her birthday's in November, and it's like right before Thanksgiving. So she gets a lot of the feelings that I get. Like, she understands my feelings about the whole, it's during the holiday season. People are traveling. People are busy and occupied. It's not quite as close to exam time as mine is, but basically like leading up to exam time when we were in school, leading up to exam time, all the quizzes and stuff you have to do beforehand. So like she understood all the sentiments that I had, which is probably also one of the reasons why, other than being my best friend, that when we were in college, she would always try and like put in such an effort for my birthday, like getting me little gifts that she knows that I like, or like making sure we go out to eat for our birthday and things like that. And that's something we still do during our annual trips. Like we do like a special dinner where we celebrate our birthdays early or late, depending on when it is. We're seeing each other every year. But she understands it. And I wanted to kick myself when she told me that she felt the same way and she had a shitty birthday. And I was just like, oh my God, my self-centered ass was like, didn't even think about like, asking her about her birthday. Of course, I told her happy birthday and whatnot, but she told me she was expecting to have like a chill day, a chilled night. And instead, like she was going to leave work early, but instead she couldn't. And things just went wrong at work. And she went home and she felt like no one cared about her. So she just went to sleep. And I was so angry for her in the sense that like she moved back to our home state. Like she left after college and then she moved back. So it's like she's near all of our friends and all of her friends from school. And I was just like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? It's like, I can't do anything with my best friend because we are physically separated by a bunch of states. And I was like mad for her in the sense that like, what is like, did none of your other friends like want to go out to eat with you or like just come over and hang out with you or like anything like that? And I was just, now that I admit I was probably mad because it was like, I can't hang out with my best friend for her birthday or see her for my birthday. And like, I was angry at the fact that like my best friend deserves to be treated better and stuff like that. And, she has all of her friends over there near her, accessible to her, and they still didn't do anything. So I was mad on that front. But also it was just like in general, the fact that she lives near our friends and her friends, and they still didn't take any time to celebrate her or eat like. And I don't think celebrations have to be huge. It doesn't have to be some big surprise party or anything like that. It's just, let me go grab a pizza from Costco and bring it over and let's just pig out. Let's just binge watch some show that we both like, trashy TV, and do that together. Or let's just go get ice cream to get like just making someone feel seen. Cause it's like, that's what I would do for her and for anyone else here. That's what I have done for everyone else here. And she told me like, birthdays just don't seem as fun as they used to when we were kids. There's birthday parties, you bring in cupcakes to celebrate in class. So everyone gets a little cupcake and we sing happy birthday. And it's just not as fun. And maybe that's just part of growing up. Maybe that's just part of being an adult. But also, why does that have to be part of growing up? Why can't we just consciously make the time and effort to remember each other, to celebrate each other, not just on our birthdays? I mean, although birthdays are just an easy gimme day, but I mean, just in general. So I guess like as adults, yeah, everyone's busy with life. Everyone's busy with work, kids, bills, whatever else is going on in life. So it gets busy. But it was just kind of a sad realization that that's what kind of happens in life as you get older. It's just kind of like less. To an extent, I agree that a birthday is just another day. It's just the day you were born. But at the same time, I do feel like there's some importance in celebrating the people in your life, making them feel seen, making them feel loved, making them feel acknowledged. And those are really big things to me. Feeling acknowledged, feeling seen, because so much of my life in different circumstances, I have not felt seen or acknowledged. So maybe that's why it's such a big deal to me for like every little thing, like birthdays, or like if someone gets a promotion or something good happens to them. Like it's really important for me that the people around me, the people that I consider important, feel seen, feel loved, feel acknowledged, because I had plenty of times where I didn't have that. So maybe to an extent, I do take it a little too personally, too far. I don't know. But I feel like that doesn't make it any less sad that it's just not as big of a deal as we get older. I will say part of it is also probably, I see other people who have large groups of friends or like on TV or, social media and stuff like that. I see other people going out and having huge elaborate dinners and fun celebrations and this and that. And it's not that I want the big flashy, like I don't want the flashiness of whatever's going on. Like I don't care about going to a bar or like a big fancy restaurant, or It's the people that I am still very much butthurt about. The fact that I still feel like, no, I need to phrase it this way. It's feeling like I found my people, but kind of realizing maybe they're not my people. I think that was one of the biggest things I had to kind of wrap my head around. Makes me sad for sure. Last year was definitely my worst birthday emotionally. And I keep trying to remind myself that it is not the worst birthday I have ever had. The worst birthday I had was my 16th birthday. So my sweet 16. Let me tell you about that. But basically, I used to be in a dance group and we had a performance at our local park. I forget what it was. The park does like some sort of big set up for Christmas time. So we were invited to dance as like little entertainment thing. So we did that. We're leaving and my mom is driving me and several other girls and she's pulling out. Nobody's coming, okay? Nobody's coming. But to the left is a hill. So she's looking, nobody's coming. And as soon as she starts pulling out, this cop car comes speeding over the hill and T-bones the car. Now, luckily was it T-boning? It hit the car, okay? The cop hit our car. And then the cop had the audacity to get out of his car and start yelling at my mother, saying that she must not have been paying attention or anything. Never mind the fact that he was speeding over a hill. Anyways, so that was a big ordeal. And then we had like, other cops showed up on the scene and was like taking the info down, like my info and the girls in our in the car. And he's doing the typical, can I get your name? Can I get your birthday? Stuff like that. So when he got to me, he's like, what's your name? When's your birthday? And all my friends were like, today. Yeah, that was the worst birthday. And it wasn't even because of like anything, well, I shouldn't say anything bad happened because like it did kind of fuck up my parents' car and my mother did have to go to the hospital because of like, what's that called? Whiplash, stuff like that. And then of course they like didn't even take responsibility for it. Anyways, it was a whole big thing. That one was just kind of like, it was the worst birthday because of like, it was just a big damper on things. Like nothing could have been worse, could have been much worse. Someone could have actually been hurt worse, died, anything like that. But memory wise, that was just like a sucky day. A really sucky day. So I try to remind myself, like, could have been worse. It could have been more than just my feelings getting hurt. It's like, I feel like it's just one of those situations where it's like multiple things can be true at once, which is a concept that a lot of people don't seem to understand these days, but it can be applied to a lot of things. So it wasn't the greatest of birthdays, but I was able to kind of, I guess, dissect my emotions and like why I felt the way I did. Giving an explanation to my feelings did help in terms of like understanding. Maybe this will help me put less expectations on my birthday for 2026 and any other future birthday moving forward. I'm still going to celebrate the people around me. I mean, I got like 2-3 birthdays coming up to celebrate in February, hit up those people and stuff. Nico's birthday's in February, so I'm super excited. I'm excited. But he's again one of those people where it's like a birthday's just another day. He also believes in like, celebrating people all the time, acknowledging them all the time, not just for special occasions, like Valentine's Day. But I'm excited to celebrate him. He does so much for me. This was just a nonsensical rant. It's just a load of gibberish. I don't even know if any of that made sense, but we'll edit this and see what happens. Oh, in case I don't know how you couldn't notice. I mean, from my last video, my Christmas tree is gone. So turns out someone told me that leaving your Christmas tree up past January 31st is bad luck. I'm not super superstitious, but we did take the tree down like a few days after I filmed the last video and posted that. Nico didn't want to take the tree down unless we had something to put in its place because that corner is bare and ugly. And you can see the, right there. That's a cat tree. That's a cat tree. It's like 3 feet tall and it just looks ugly when nothing there. So I bought a cat tree And I'm planning on buying a second cat tree. So I'm going to have one on this wall and then one on this back wall next to each other. I'm just waiting on the cat tree to be delivered. So no more Christmas tree. It's not going to be shiny, sparkly back there. It's going to be gray and white because that's the color of the cat trees. So, yep. Maybe my cats will hang out on the cat trees while I'm filming and you can see how cute they are.